Massive.
Hello and good morning here from Gap.
Hey.
No, it's good evening for you, isn't it, Cieran?
For a change for me, son, yeah. It's pitch black behind me, and yeah, what we got here? Guys, 7 o'clock in the evening. Yeah.
And obviously, as you can see, to our guest below us, we have, Rarney Bubble, aka Jeff, aka Ralph, aka anything else that Happy wants to call him.
Yeah, dodgy Jeff.
Morning, Jeff. How are you?
Evening, Cieran.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. And you, buddy?
I'm all right, mate. Yeah. Well, today's quite an important day for the club today, really, isn't it? I mean,
is it?
Everyone's saying it's a must-win game today, and there's a lot of rumours going around about the coaching staff if today's not successful, etc. Let's have a little chat about that. Let's talk about today's game, Everton. What are your thoughts on it, Cieran?
Me, I do believe it probably is a must-win game, and I think them 3 games, leading up to this, were, my God, what is he going to do? Man United, the fact that we got the 3 points was a fucking miracle, but it was horrendous. It was horrendous how he set up that first half. How he went 3-4-0 down, I never know. Horrendous, right? But the fact that we nicked it, we got the points, great. That was wonderful. Dodgy VAR that they've admitted that was wrong since. Fine, we'll take it. But there's nothing that gave me any confidence in him that we're doing anything right.
Yeah,
I thought Forest was always going to be the hardest game out of 3. I thought we'd lose 2-1. When I saw the actual lineup he put out, I went, "Oh my God, we're going to lose 3 or 4-0." And so it transpired.
Yeah.
So that again, to set up like he did against Forest with Bowen up front and Paxar on the right, and fucking 2 wing backs that are not wing backs. Everything about what he's done in them 2 games was terrible.
Yeah.
And he's just lucky enough that it is Everton, because there's only one team in this league at this moment I'd want. If I was in this much disarray, it would be Everton. I think everyone else beats us, and we can win this game. But I don't believe he can do that much to turn everyone's opinion around, no matter what he does.
Yeah.
I just don't think he can. He's missing Kudos, and he's missing now Alvarez, who's fucking that headless chicken last week. So I'm not sure what he could do to really transform. Maybe he can. Maybe he's got something. Like I said I'd give him 10 games, Budge. That was the 10th game, and that was it for me. I went, no, this boy, it's just no progression. There's no idea. He's clueless. I think he's out of his depth. And it really showed in that Forest game the way he set up. And yeah. I just don't. I do believe we can still win this game against Everton because they're so bad. but I wouldn't bet my fucking house on it either. You know?
Yeah. And Jeff, what about yourself, mate? How do you feel about it?
I have to say I pretty much agree with everything Cieran said there. Regards to today's game, I think it's actually worse than you suggest with team selection, and there's doubts over Todibo and Bowen now going to have late fitness tests.
Yeah.
So
Fuck you know.
that really
Jeff,
makes
Jeff, I ignored that, Jeff, on purpose because I went, nah, it's just, you know, it's one of them. Yeah, they'll be playing. If they're not, Jeff, fuck you, hell, mate. Yeah, carry on, mate. Sorry.
Well, I mean, if Tadebo's not available, Mavropanos comes in. That runs its own risks for me. I'm not convinced by him at all. So it's a real problem. Todibo will be a massive miss if he's not there today. And Bowen will leave a huge hole to be filled as well. What does he do there? I think he does what he does last week and plays Paquetá out there rather than bring Guilherme in. And I don't think that's very good for the team.
No.
So I'm a little bit worried about the availability of players today because Everton are organised. They're organised, right? And we're not. We're completely disorganised, and it shows in every game.
Yeah.
Speculation about three at the back again today. Fucking hell! But every time he's tried that, it's been an absolute disaster. He needs a flat back four. He needs the right back. Get back to basics a little bit. I think he might go 4-1-4-1 today, and I think he probably should. I know it's not especially aggressive or anything, but it might keep us a little bit organised. When we've played that way, the only times we've looked like anything is when we've sort of played in that formation. All the little tweaks he's done all around the edges, fiddling about. It's not really been successful, has it?
There's not even been little tweaks, Jeff, have there? There's been the wholesale changes. And what the fuck are you doing this week? Scary.
So guys that are not
he's trying to find an answer and just throwing things at it and hope something works. So,
yeah.
Yeah, so the Premier League's had a tinker, man. Now we got a twiddler. The twiddler.
Yeah, I think we have, man. No, I'm just presuming Todibo and Bowen starts. I don't even want to think about that team without them. Okay, Mavropanos is not ideal, but at least it's a like-for-like replacement.
Yeah.
You take Bowen out of there now. Fuck me. We got Kudos, a great right winger. We got Bowen, a great right winger. Both of them gone.
Both of them are
so,
out in
to me, has he got the bollocks to say, right, Guilherme, in you come, boy. You ain't kicked the ball here, but in you go. Have a go at that.
I don't think he will. I don't think he'll have the balls.
No, probably not.
He might bring him on, but he won't start.
You'll probably find the starting lineup got Sufal at right back, Wan-Bissaka further forward. I wouldn't mind betting that's how he goes.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna base it on that Bowen's missing. I think Bowen will be playing. But we won't know till it happens.
Hello to the chat. Happy's in the house. Look at those three: Budgie, Fuckface, and Ralph. All three names given to us by her.
Yeah.
Bloody woman. We have been dog poor, haven't we? If the board aren't going to sack him until January, at least then we will go out today and get stuck in. Yeah. Right. Colin, good morning to you, sir. Good morning, Budgie. Good evening, Cieran, and good morning.
Colin, you know the rules, son. You know it's evening and mornings. Yeah, well done. Hey, Colin.
Yeah. Happy said, Colin, you can call him Ralph too if you like. Join my club. She's a bugger for it, isn't she? Bowen hasn't been seen training. That is a massive worry. Yeah, the other day says he wants to be the leader. Makes me think he will get the armband. And rightfully so.
Well, if Bowen's not there, he probably should.
Yeah. I think he's the next one in line for the armband, isn't he? So check when you think about it. You know,
Give it to
he's the obvious
but
vice captain for Bowen, if you like.
yeah, I'd give it to Souček myself.
Yeah.
I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, I think we're all pretty unanimous with that. You know,
Yeah.
because we know the strength of the man. We know he'll give his all.
Yeah, regardless of his ability, the boy gives his all every week, guys. So, yeah, he's worthy of an honour.
Last week, when we was missing, you were looking when he was making his subs. Now Alvarez got sent off. You think, what's he going to do? And you thought to yourself, the obvious choice would have been Souček.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But obviously he wasn't available. And
no, he had a virus,
Yeah, and he gets maligned and criticised for the things he can't do. But we should recognise him for the things that he does do, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Jeff, I've been a big fan of Souček, even when people were slagging the shit out of him. He deserved his criticism at times, like all players. Yeah. But my God, that guy never gives up when he comes on the pitch. And he's been one of the successes of the Lopetegui little stint.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think he's done well. And he's a good player for us. But we missed him last week. Yeah. We missed him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We really did. And
I mean, quite a large section of the fan base have kind of turned on Souček because, you know, there are better players in the squad and so on and so forth.
I know that, but I don't agree with it.
But there's none more reliable. You know, and I mean none. There's nobody in that squad that's more reliable than Thomas Souček. Hands down, in my opinion. And therefore, that's why I would never want him to be, well, I say never, I wouldn't want him to be released from the club as yet, because I think he's still got an important role to play. You know, it might not be starting every week, and it might not be carrying the understand out there every week, but you know, he has still got.
I said that at the beginning of the season, guys. I remember that first game, Lopetegui, and everyone's going, "Oh, all these new signings, these new signings, that." And I remember putting out a thing there, and I said, "Don't be surprised if Souček, Sofal, and Antonio start the first game. Everyone is expecting them three to be pushed out, and lo and behold, all three of them did start."
Yeah,
you know, and obviously Wan-Bissaka is an upgrade on Sofal, but I think Sofal again is still important to a squad. And Antonio, unfortunately, we can't get rid of Antonio. We've thrown Haller in there, we've thrown Skamaka in there, we've thrown Ings out there, we've got Fulkrug in there, and he's still surviving all of them, and we still need it. And mental, the game is bulletproof.
He's seen them all off, hasn't
he? And hopefully, instead of that ridiculous thing he done last week, we're putting Bowen against them two centre half. I just thought it was mad. Yeah. I think Antonio will take to the pitch this week.
He has to, because you've got a similar situation with Tarkowski and Keane or Branthwaite, whoever's going to play.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Going up against them guys, they're just
it doesn't work.
No chance.
Doesn't work.
Antonio might not get much change out of them, but he'll give them a better game than Bowen will.
I'll give him a bit of a fucking shove at it, guys. You putting Bowen in there, you just forget him like he was against Fox. I mean, they're probably the informed pairing of the league at the moment. Is them two centre halves at Forest? Are we throwing Bowen up there? I went, oh my word, what are you doing, man? Oh, but
even with hardly any players, she doesn't trust Loppy to give Guilherme a start. That is weird that he doesn't play for the youth either. He's played a couple of games for the youth.
I mean, he had one game for under 21s or something, scored a goal.
Yeah, he scored.
But the guy's in limbo by the looks of things. It's just he's at training and that's it.
But in fairness, in his own words, he's concentrating on learning English as well, which is, I don't know whether that's a reason for him not to be playing football, but he might
not be up to speed, Budge. I don't like to knock people for not playing youth players or young players or whatever.
Yeah.
Because we don't know. We're not on the training field. Right? maybe he's just not up to scratch yet, you know, with the pace of our game and everything else. I can understand it. And but to spend that kind of money, to me, I think you either have a boy there in the under 21s if you want to leave him for a year to let him work it out, or you put him out on loan. I just don't understand putting him in limbo, you know, being part of a squad, but you never play.
Yeah.
That's just bad management from him.
He don't trust him, does he? He's a young lad.
No, obviously not.
And he doesn't want to throw him in. And I guess the opportunity he had to throw him in for a few minutes against Ipswich, he did that. Game was safe. And we haven't been in that position in any games for the rest of the season where he could go, okay, I'll give him a few minutes. Or we haven't been playing in the kind of form where we might want to take a risk and go, do you know what, let's put him on and see what he could do. We've had our backs against the wall, really, all season. So, you know, his job's on the line, and now he's going to entrust that to the new Brazilian kid, throw him in, his job's on the line, potentially. There's a lot at stake, isn't there?
Yeah, and like Colin there, he's put that he'd play at 4-4-2 to try it. And we've been talking about this for a few weeks, haven't we, Cieran? 4-4-2. In fact, I think even you and I spoke about it, Jeff, on Monday evening.
I wanted a 4-4-2 when Kudus was available. I wanted to play Bowen and Kudus as the two.
That's right.
I'm not so sure I want to play Antonio and Ings or whatever as a two.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I mean, with the availability that we're hearing, that's probably the best option he's got if he's going to play a 4-4-2 today. Is Antonio and Ings, or does he play Guilherme out front?
My problem with what Collins just put there, my problem there is Paquetá is a waste of time at the moment. He's so poor. Right, I'm looking at it and going, yeah, Paquetá. But then I realised, no, he's been shit for 3 months.
Yeah.
And then to put a young lad in there that's unproven. You could have 2 players there that are just lost. Because Paquetá, I would have dropped him last week. I wouldn't have played him.
Yeah.
I would have given him a break because I think all the shit that's been going on beyond has affected him.
Would you
and Guilherme maybe.
And Paquetá as a 2 in the midfield with McNeil and the likes coming. I don't think I would.
Yeah,
you know what? I know that a lot of people are unsure of him, but I think not Guilherme. Sorry, what's his blinking name now? Soler. I think Soler should be given the 10 role today. But look, Warren, I've watched
from what I've seen, I'll just leave him on the coach. I wouldn't bother. But maybe he's got something I don't know about, but I haven't seen it yet.
He has got something, honestly, Cieran. I've seen bits of him, and right, okay, they do use.
We're nice to see it.
Go to those parts, but also there are other bits where he just goes into tackles and stuff. Listen, I've got confidence in Soler. I have, because I think he's a great player.
I've got the complete opposite. I've got none. But there's no way that boy, with that PSG we've got from it. I know he's a player, but I've not seen any evidence to tell me yet this boy can do a job. I don't know. I really don't. He's shown me nothing.
Yeah, he's been unimpressive so far.
Yeah, I love him to turn up and have a game, put him in the right spot.
He's been a bit underwhelming, but
sure.
Like I said, the potential that he's got, from the stuff that I've seen, Soler is a player. He's a baller. He just hasn't been comfortable yet, I think.
I haven't seen that.
Maybe I'm making excuses for him. I don't know, but the fact is that I think there's a better.
I think you're being nice. Mike, you're being nice. Stop being nice. Look, the geezer, he's obviously a player, Budgie. I mean, no one's denying that. But there's just no evidence that he's going to turn up and rock the house. I just don't see it. I hope it is. I hope he puts him at number 10 and all of a sudden he's running the show. That'd be great. Because to rely on Pakisar at the moment to do that is, it's a bit folly, really, because he's been out of form for so long. And it is worrying. You know what I mean? Yeah. And even like I say, if you want to play two up front, imagine Ings and Antonio. Ings and Antonio after an hour are done. They've got an hour in them. That's it.
Yeah.
Then what?
What do we? Soleri's the number 10. Don't play him on the wings. And why does the lobby insist on sticking randoms in random places?
What I say last week, Gazer. Get the right people on the bus, but you've got to put them in the right seats. Yeah. And this guy does not know what fucking seat to put him in. I think some are in the luggage compartment. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
What meaning? He keeps playing people in positions they shouldn't be playing in. I'm going, what is he trying to find here? Is he trying to find this mental genius of maybe what Moyes done with Antonio, stuck him up front, and he done relatively well. He done well when he done that for him. He done it with an out of it. Is he trying to find that? I'll just throw him over there and he'll set the world alight, because it's not working.
Well, when we see the team sheet and we see Fabianski in goal and Areola is out false 9.
Mate, honestly, if I saw Souček up front tomorrow, it would not surprise me. I would laugh and go, "Yep, give it a go, son. Why not? He's done everything else."
He's heard that McNeil's had a knock, and if he's out, then that would definitely help us.
Absolutely, Happy H, and I'll tell you why you're right now. He's been their fucking best player this season, Dwight McNeil. He's playing number 10 for him this year, and he's been absolutely superb. I've really watched a lot of Everton games this year, and that boy has been outstanding, Dwight McNeil. Really better than I've ever seen him in a really shit team. So, yeah, she's right there.
Yeah, agreed.
Just so I'll say to Happy about that. Does he have many other choices? Not really, but he chose to play instead of Somerville on the left wing. So what I say is he probably thinks he does have other choices.
Yeah, he does.
That he will put ahead.
Believe you.
Whether the right one or not is different.
Yeah, exactly. Think about one that shouldn't be, he'll find it. All right.
Yeah.
Irvine will be playing number 10, mate. Don't worry. Souček up front.
Do you know, I wouldn't mind seeing Irvine today. I've got to be honest.
I don't know. Another one. I haven't seen enough of him to make a choice on him, but nothing surprises me anymore after last week.
I've seen of Irvine so far. I'm not sure that he's got enough, and I'm questioning if there were 15 million quid or whatever it was on the table from Celtic, why we didn't take it. But I might be unfair on him because I haven't seen a lot of him. But what I have seen of him, just
he's a hard-working boy. That's all you can say.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, he's not been given an opportunity really to show what he's about and what he's capable of doing. And the thing is, he was out on loan last season for the entire season. We brought him back, and Lopetegui hasn't put him on the loan list or anything like that. So he must see something in him. Why hasn't he, been using him? That's the question. If he hasn't put him back out on the loan list or whatever, why ain't he using him?
Well, I think the thing is, all right, there's a bit of benefit of hindsight attached to this now as we're where we are in the season. We've seen a bit of everyone, but there's getting increasing question marks about our decisions in the transfer window. And that's just another one that can be up for debate about whether we should have kept him, whether we should have let him go. I mean, you look at our midfield and our availability and the lack of legs in it, you really wonder how Freddie Potts was allowed to go out on loan.
Yeah.
because
these are ridiculous.
there's a set of young legs. He might not play every week, but there's a set of young legs. He's quite a dynamic player. What we have seen of him, what we saw of him in pre-season, he looked as good as anyone else. And here we are today, struggling to put a midfield together. If Freddie Potts was available for you for selection today, you'd play him, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would. Yeah, definitely.
Just to go back to what Colin was saying, there is a comment. Yeah, and I agree what Colin just said there, man. I know, Colin. I mean, every time I look at Packers, he'd be my first name on the team sheet, other than his form, because I know that guy can make something happen. And you're right. What creativity? When you take Kudos and Pakisar out of the team, we've got none. We've got no creativity whatsoever. And I think that's what done us at Forest. When I looked how we sat up against Forest, 3 centre backs, then Guido and Alvarez. Wow, oh my God! And then he had sort of Somerville playing more an inside left than a left winger. We were just there was no one. We had Pakisar out on the right, so that was him done. Yeah. And who the fuck was going to ever supply Bowen anything? I just go, my God. And you're right. I want Pakisar because it's Pakisar, but my God, he's so out of form.
Yeah.
It's just so poor.
That's like Catherine says there. She gets the feeling that Loppy's trying to be too clever, putting players in opposition.
Yeah, I think so.
Just keep it simple. Basic football could get results, and basic football usually does. You know, it usually does. When you go back to basics, mate, that's when you start, reducing the mistakes and errors that lead to goals, etc., etc. So, maybe he should start playing the players where they.
I just think he's grasping, Budge. He's grasping for something to work.
Yeah,
and it's not. And,
of course, he's trying to be too clever. We've got arguably what's billed as the best one-on-one right back in the Premier League.
Yeah,
and he can't defend from the opposition 18-yard box. That's where he's ending up when he should be. Yeah, it's what you use him properly. You're trying to be too clever. Yeah. This guy's an out-and-out defender. Let him defend, right? He wins the ball. He carries it out the pitch brilliantly, but just let him lay it off and then get back to fucking defending, yeah? He's getting in spaces where Bowen should be. His delivery's fucking awful.
Yeah, exactly.
Why?
He's not a wing back.
Keep doing it.
He's not a wing back. He's a good defender. I mean, he's good with the ball at his feet. He can dribble. He can get you up there. He can link up with Bowen with that. But that's 100%. It.
Yeah.
You will get more out of Soufal as a wing back than you'll ever will with Wan-Bissaka. Yeah. But as a right back defender, Wan-Bissaka was far better.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. You need to combine both of them from that. Hey, Jukey, boy, I just see his comment. Jukey, how are you, mate?
Oh, I don't know what happened there. There we go.
Made me cough.
If Paqueta gets away with the charges, we'll lose money on him anyway, because who would pay over 50 million for him now? Not many.
No.
Not really saying a lot to show that he's worth over that. Duke, good morning, sir. Fabianski, Wan-Bissaka, Tadibo, we think he might be out, Duke. Mavropanos, Kilman, Bowen, Guilherme, Souček, Soler, Somerville, Ings, Antonio. Very, very similar to Collins' lineup, which was there. Identical, mate. It's absolutely identical.
I want to see Jukes again there.
Oh,
he had Emerson in there, didn't he, Duke?
Yeah, of course he did.
Didn't know.
He must have done.
No,
I didn't see him.
No, so I was looking out, thinking, are you playing a free? Is it a free or have you just missed?
No.
Antonio and Ings would be 2 up front. So you have Somerville, and Guilherme or Bowen outside. So Suchek in the middle.
Maybe that's a 4-4-2 because that's what he suggested earlier, and that's Wan-Bissaka as the left back and Kilman as the right back. Oh no, Mavropanos as the right back. Mavropanos as the right back. Maybe.
Yeah, you could do
Maybe that's
yeah.
Considering.
You could do that. Even though, like I said, you get to an hour point and them two are fucked, then what? Then what? What do we replace them two with?
Well, exactly, yeah.
Because honestly, they're only good for 60 minutes, both of them play.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, happy especially to see Rodriguez and Soucek in the midfield with Paqueta in front. Very slow as fuck midfield. Absolutely. Yeah, he missed
whatever we put in, it's a really slow midfield. Whatever combination you want to put in there, it's slow.
That's the problem.
Yeah. See, the other thing also we've also got to consider is our backup to Emerson, Criswell, as well. And like he's slowed right down. He's nowhere near the player that he was, you know. And we've got to stop doing this, having our backups as pensioners ready to draw pensions.
Well, you can thank Moyes for that. Should have been changed about 3 windows ago. We should have been incrementally making it easier to transition. And what happened this summer was we had to bring in 8 and 9 players just to chuck in cover half of it. And we still got Antonio, we still got Cresswell, we still got Fabianski. Yeah.
And we
be another rebuild next year. There'll be another one.
We added Rodriguez and Fulkrug to our aging squads to help.
Fulkrug turned up. He was 31. He's about 72 now. So.
And he's got to get him 17 minutes.
And you can guarantee if Sullivan knew that Bonner was going to go on and play somewhere else, we would have kept him and all.
Look, when you look at Kilman to Debo, mate, there should be a good centre half pairing. There should be. They look all right to me. And you've got Emerson and Wan-Bissaka. It's not the worst back four in the world.
No.
But it's because what they've got in front of them, it's just too easy to get past. And they're just exposed.
Don't you? Our back four, if you like, or it's improved.
Yeah, I think it's a good back four.
Kilman and Tadibo looks like they could be a good pairing. I think it's an improvement on what we had before. AWB we discussed is an upgrade on Kufal, no doubt. Yeah. Emerson does a job. He's another one in the 30 brigade, right? We need another left back.
Yeah.
But he does a job right now.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, and he does it amicably, I believe. I think he's a good left back. Duke saying, you say the hour mark, Cieran, but have the job done by that time. And then replace the Pac-Man and go 4-5-1, put Guilherme up.
They're 3-0 up, Duke, you reckon? All right. That's an option. I did ask the question, what do you do then when them two have to come up? If we've got the job done. And when you look at the last couple of games, we're averaging about 2 shots on target or 3 shots on target a game. Fuck me.
Yeah.
These two up front better work, And it might.
It might. The ball crew makes it look like I'd do a better job up top there.
Yeah, I know. Oh man, another cracking centre forward signing by the Hammers.
Brilliant.
Fuck me.
On paper,
I'll tell you what. If that is,
on paper,
if that is Stighton's pick, my God, he got that wrong.
Yeah. Midfield's meant to be the heart of the team, and yet it's so obviously the weakest link. So much goes through there. Absolutely.
Yeah, it is.
It's not only that. They are all of that, but he sets them up to be more exposed than they need to be, right?
Yeah.
To make it more
Yeah.
difficult.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. He does. Yeah. It's
It's a good question.
ludicrous.
Bowen's out and we drop the Ketter. Who gets the penalty? Bearing in mind that we've got no to do.
Somerville, probably.
Suchek.
Somerville. I'd go
Suchek.
with Somerville. Yeah, you're probably
Suchek
right.
takes them for the Czech Republic. Yeah.
Does he?
Hmm.
Is he any good at
Well, he
them,
has
Cieran? I've never really seen him take one.
I've seen him. Yeah. I'm not sure if he is the penalty taker, but I have seen him score a penalty for Czechoslovakia.
Oh, so he actually has scored from the penalty spot then. That's a result.
Unless I dreamt it, but it might have been a dream. I'm not sure. But I'm sure I've seen him score for the Czechs from the penalty spot. Pretty sure. Yeah, I'm fucking definitely.
Yeah.
Uh,
So then, Cieran, what's your likely lineup then for this game?
No, I'm presuming Todibo and Bowen's fit. I'm going to go with that. But I think the usual back four. Go back to a back four. Let's get Emerson back in there. Let's get Todibo, Wan-Bissaka playing where they should be. And we got Kilman and Todibo.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to go, I think, Guido and Souček. The two in front. Not perfect, but that's what you go for. And then you got to go Somerville. You got to go Bowen on the right. And it's just that bit in the middle.
Mm.
Danny Ings. Danny Ings is their number 10. And Antonio up front. So then, out of possession, Danny Ings is your number 10. He's more defensive.
Yeah.
And with the ball, we can turn into a 4-4-2.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you do after 60 minutes?
Like what a Junkie said, I'd look at the bench and go, what the fuck we got left? What we got? All right, what do we do now? Then you bring on Soler for Ings. And see if Irvine wants to. We bring him in the midfield, throw Souček up front.
Now, when you say that, like the taking puts round pegs in square.
I know. He's rubbing off on me, Gazer. Just fucking makes it.
In a round hole, you are.
Yeah,
I'd
be fun. Be fun.
55 minutes, he's going to be looking over his shoulder for the Red Cross paramedic.
Yeah.
So
if I had more faith in Soler starts instead of Ings. Obviously, I'd have him there as a number 10 and see how it works. I just don't know about.
I'm believing, Jeff, that we are also streaming to the Boleyn Lounge as well this morning.
I'm not sure. There was a bit of a problem, so I'm not sure if it's streaming or not. So I've
I've got a green tick on my screen, sir. So
I've got a question mark, exclamation mark up there. I've left it to see what happens.
I've got a green tick to say that it's streaming. So.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So good morning to everybody watching on the Boleyn Lounge or anybody watching the rerun on either of the channels. Don't forget, hit a like on both channels. Thank you very much. And we will move on. Yes, so likely line up for you, Jeff?
I think Fabianski's in goal. Back four, if Todibo's available, picks itself. Emerson, Kilman, Todibo, Wan-Bissaka. I think Rodriguez plays. And then Somerville, Paquetá, Souček, Bowen, he's available. And Antonio up front in a 4-1. 4-1.
I'm probably in that camp. I've got no faith in bringing Irvine on as a striker, Cieran. Sorry, that just happened.
I'll take a punt at anything at the moment. But Juki said after an hour, don't matter. We've won it. We're 3-0 up. So we just got to settle down and defend it.
Antonio on the wing. Yeah, both of them at the same time, mate. That's what you try to do.
That's another thing, isn't it? Getting him to drift out wide all the time. Just another thing that drives you mad.
Yeah. But then also, I think that's also partly his natural way he's playing the game, because he's been doing that so long now. It's just a natural part of his game. And, you know, I think just what he expects to do now. He expects to drift out. Because,
Well,
you know, he gets a lot more of the ball when he does that.
Yeah.
So,
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you, you can blame Moyes for that if you want to blame anyone. So I remember seeing an interview, Antonio, when Moyes first sort of turned him into a striker.
Yeah.
And he said the best bit of advice he'd had from Moyes, he said, was wherever the ball's coming out, if it's coming out of the right back position, I want you to move to the right. If it comes from the left, I want you to move to the left. If it's coming through the middle, move to the middle. And he said it's the best bit of advice he ever had, because he was following the ball as it's coming out of defence. And he was more available for the ball then. It was banged up to him. Yeah. And that's been his game. And I did, especially that first season, it really, really worked, because when he used to pull left, when we, say if it was what's his name? Silly Nuts. And he pulled left. The left wing, or if it was on the right would cut inside. So he'd go to the left, and then he had.
We've lost your sound, Cieran. Hang on, why is everybody on mute?
Don't know. Am I on mute?
No, I'm not. It's all right. It's my backstage one that's on mute. Cieran, we've lost your sound. Nothing, mate.
No.
And it went suddenly halfway through a word. Try going out and coming back in.
All right. I can hear you.
I've got you back.
Yeah.
No, that's weird.
Mate,
so anyway, I don't know where that cut off, but anyway, like I said, when we used to use the left wing and the right wing as cutting inside him, it worked. Yeah, it was a good tactic, I thought. I know a lot of people go, fucking hell, just stay in the middle, you're a centre forward. But it was kind of planned. Moyes had that as a plan. Him dragging a centre half out, the left or right winger coming inside of him so he could give the ball back to him or not. And it was effective in certain games. And he still does it. And that's what he does.
Happy said you sounded better when we couldn't hear you.
Yeah, thanks for that, bitch.
Says, what about 4-5-1, Fabianski, Wan-Bissaka, Somerville, Stochek, Soler, Rodriguez, Guilherme right wing, up front, Antonio. Comes on late, second half, and scores. We win 2-1.
Sounds good to me, Colin. Yeah, sounds good to me.
It worked out, son.
I will say this though. I know we want to see this Guilherme, man. It's not happening. Not with this geezer. Guilherme isn't taken to that pitch. There's no way. That Soler's going to be in front of him. Take your pick. Guilherme's not starting. Because, I mean, now I think he'd even get more criticism if he did start him and it didn't work. Because of the recent shit he did, against Forest. Throwing everyone, free at the back, but keeping Bowen up front. So, no, I don't think he's ever going to take that risk. But I still think we'll win the game. Well, only because everything is so shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, kick-off today is 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be on British TV.
No.
It's on my TV, Gazer.
Well, yeah, that's because you're over there in Aussie land, isn't it? Sure.
Yeah, but it's 1 in the morning. I ain't fucking bothering with that. I'm going to get up at 6 in the morning and then watch it.
Yeah, that means you've got to sit up till 3 a.m.
Yeah, exactly, Jeff. Yeah.
To sit through that game, what's going to be. I mean, I can't see it being exciting, can you?
No, I don't think this is going to be the highlight of the week, do you? This game, like, for both teams. Yeah.
We're going to be on after Palace. That's how bad that game's going to be.
Yeah, it's not one of them that's going to be for the purists, is it? It's oh god. Do you know what I noticed last week with Everton? I don't know. I watched all the highlights of all the games last week, and near the end there, fucking Dyche, he dragged off Calvert-Lewin, right? He brought on, I think, with Branthwaite, another centre half, and then put Keane, the centre half, up top. Fucking hell, man! What's all that about?
I think he's done it for 2 games in a row as well.
Oh, was he, Jeff? Fucking hell. Oh no, my god! Fucking he's Soucek's got nothing. You know, old Loppy's got nothing on him, mate. I tell you, he's fucking priceless. But yeah, I can see Soucek being up front this week, mate. Combat. Oh,
I can see Soucek scoring. You know,
I can.
I could in this game. Yeah,
in this game, yeah.
I can see us getting one from a corner.
Yeah, I can see him bundling it in from fucking 6 yards or something. A 1-0 win.
Yeah.
I think there's not. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a lot of goals in this. Like, I really don't. I think it could be 1 goal either way, or a 1-1. I think. But I think we need to win it, and I think we will win it. You know, the best thing could happen, right? We lose 4 or 5-0. That would be the best thing. So we can just get rid of this clown. Just say, oh, mate, look, it was a good idea. It didn't go too well. Put our hands up, say we fucked up here with this donut. Get rid of him, and it's that. Do you know what I would do then till Christmas anyway? Noble, get in here, fucking sort this team out until we appoint someone else, and go from there. Go from there. Because I don't believe it's not about sacking him, right? It's not whether we sack him, it's about when we sack this geezer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to drag it out any longer than it has to. I'd sack him now. I'd fucking put Noble in charge for a fucking interim and then sort out a proper manager, whoever it may be. Not that I've got any faith in them doing that. But
you've also got to change 8 coaching staff as well as the head coach. He's got
Noble do all that, mate. Noble do all that. He'll be fucking manager, coach, all this, all that, mate. No worry about that. He'll be captain as well. Fuck it.
And when Timmy goes off, he just, in his spare time, he'd do the director of football role.
Yeah, pop up there. Fuck Stein and all. Sack him as well, because he bought full crew. Sack Stein. No, we'll pop up, sort that job out and all. Worry about Mr. West Ham, mate. Mr. West Ham. Fucking prove your worth up.
Yeah, he ain't Superman, though. That's the problem.
Oh, he'll work it out. He's working out.
Yeah. Well, I'm not that confident that we're going to win today.
I am. Well, I wouldn't say confident, but I think we will win.
I think we'll win.
I'm not so confident. I've got a real horrible sneaking suspicion we're going to go 2-0 down and lose the game.
Oh no, if Everton go 2-0 up, we're definitely winning the game. They fucking throw away 2-goal leads all the time, don't they?
Yeah, they're good at that. We'll get free. No, I'm not confident, but I think we will win. But like I said, when you go back to history, and that time we played Villa and El Sacchio between Moyes and Gerrard, and we beat Villa, and they sacked Gerrard, and they brought in Unai Emery. The best thing that ever happened to Villa.
Yeah.
Last week we got rid of Ten Hag for them, right? Well, we should have lost fucking 5-1. Well, we got rid of him, and they've got fucking hammering. I mean, the best thing that's ever happened to Man United. So we've done them favours in a way, Man United and Villa. We've done them a favour. Right? This week, Dyche could do us a favour, put 5 past us, and we get rid of this donut.
So does that mean if we beat them heavily and Dyche gets sacked, they end up with?
I think he's under pressure.
Done them a favour.
I think it's a bit different with Everton. But he is under a lot of pressure. But the thing is with Everton, they're halfway through a takeover, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right, and them guys, I don't believe they'll sack them till they fully take over and let them have the word on it. You know,
Yeah,
I think that's
right.
And I think it will go in the end. Because I know Everton are shit, right? It's all over the place, that club. But this new takeover with them, their new stadium that's been built, which I've seen, you know, the drone shots of it and everything else, it looks fucking fantastic. Their new stadium. I mean, the future is bright for Everton, as long as they survive this season with these new the takeover group that's taking them over, their new ground next year. I think the future is bright for them. We're still going to be in that shithole, whatever we do.
In fairness, if there is a club in the Premier League that can be threatened with relegation and survive it, it is Everton, because they've done it so many times in the past. You know,
every fucking year.
Yeah, but they're one of the few teams that haven't been relegated from the Premier League.
But they've turned into the new
don't get relegated,
Southampton, haven't they? That they flirt with it every year. They flirt with it every year. Like their luck's going to run out in it, like it did with Southampton all them years. They just stayed in the league, just stayed. Everton are kind of turned into that now, and it must be worrying for their fans, really.
It is, But I do believe that if they survive this year with the new stadium, the new owners, I think they'll have a new lease of life. That's what I'm saying. But they've got to survive this season, and they did last season with a points deduction.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
So I think they will.
Very lucky about the
three teams at the bottom.
It was really bad, wasn't it, last year?
Really bad. They were really bad. It's the perfect year to get them.
Referring to today's match as the Moyes derby. Now, the thing is, if whichever team wins this game, if either of the team loses, there are rumours that either manager could go. Well, who do you think's waiting to step in to either of those two jobs? Moyes, isn't he? Yeah, I know you'd do it, Cieran.
I'll have it. 3.5 million a year.
But
fuck
Moyes
I'll go
with no job at the moment, and both of his old teams are fighting today for survival.
He won't come back to West Ham. He might go back to Everton, though.
No.
It'll be like a fairy tale. Save them from relegation, keep them in the Premier League, move to the new stadium.
Right up his street. Right up his street.
But he's not coming back to West Ham, I don't think.
No. But it could happen with Everton.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Yeah. Even if it's for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Well, it could happen.
Here we go. Well,
but I haven't said this, but what I will say before you read that out, even if we lose to Everton, I don't believe we're sacking this fucker.
No, I don't either.
I don't think they'll make any decision. But
I think that's a January decision if it's coming.
Maybe if we're truly awful and we lose 3 or 4 goals, maybe it'll force their hand.
Yeah, as I said before, Jet, it'd have to be a fucking flogging, and then that would make a difference. You know what I mean?
I don't see it otherwise.
Yeah. Colin's saying, what he's worried about is he's hearing that Lampard is very high on the list to come in.
No, I wouldn't believe anything you read there, Colin. No, that's not happening. And not because I've got any problem with Lampard. It's just everything he's done managerially to me has been fucking shit. So that's why I don't want him. Not because it's him.
Derby.
He did well at Derby.
Yeah, he did well at Derby, which is what got him the Chelsea gig in the end.
He don't. But according to all the experts at the time, he should have pissed that league with the team and the money he had at Derby, and he didn't. And he didn't fucking get promoted.
No, he failed, didn't he?
Yeah,
so there you go. It's still a failure.
Yeah. Morning, Tony. Thank you for joining, mate.
Morning,
he's not going to comment too much as he's driving. So, morning to everyone.
Crash that car, sir. Get in there.
Moyes is not even on the list according to Colin, which is a good thing.
No, he's not on our list. That's all over. That's done and dusted. not even an issue. But I must say though, the only thing that scares me more than Lopetegui is who they might bring in, because I don't trust them at all. So
yeah. That's what Colin was saying earlier on in one of his comments. He said that, he doesn't trust Sullivan,
no,
the crook,
no,
which is
no,
his one, it's not mine, to bring in the right person.
no.
We spoke about it on Tuesday, didn't we? They had 6 months to a year that they knew Moyes was going, right? To go and handpick the new manager. And this is the guy they came up with. Now
Yeah,
we're
I know.
saying sack him, right? And it's the perfect time because we've got 2 weeks in the international break and they're going to go out and find the perfect candidate. Well, I got no bloody faith in them whatsoever. So,
Right,
so for me,
how long did they have, Jeff? They basically had last year to find someone, didn't they? Had a year to work it out. Right? And we went up with this donut, and you think they're going to find someone in 2 weeks?
Yeah. So for me,
That's what I'm saying.
Start the process, but just leave him there. He can't really do more damage than he's doing.
I think he can. Jeff. No, I'll fuck him off. Like I said, I really would put Noble in charge, and I'm not saying that in jest. Fuck it. But I'd offer Potter the job for the fucking rest of the season. Or anyone. Fucking Van Nistelrooy. Like, you're out there. Come here for the rest of the season.
No.
Any fun, though. I know this geezer is pointless, right? For me. He's done. Right, so I'd rather have Noble, even if it was till Christmas, we could find some, or it was to the end of the season. I think we're writing off this season when we do that, more or less. But we won't be relegated
anyway.
Sorry,
I just
we'll get relegated.
I just know. No, we're not getting relegated, geezer. But I don't want to go to January and then be in trouble and then have to do it. That's even worse. Now you really need jerking for a geezer. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I know you're desperate because this guy's mental. Right? So I just rather clean house now, get rid of him, get Noble in there, let him just manage it until we get someone in there.
It's the perfect time, isn't it? I mean, like the manager, like we can put a new coach in or head coach or manager in place. You get 2 weeks to work with what's left of the squad that aren't away on international duty. And then he's got until March for the next international break. So, that gives him, 4 months to get to know his players. Well, I mean, in fairness,
even though
Lopetegui's had, this will be his third international break in the first, not even the first half of the season. We ain't even halfway through.
The headache you got though, guys. If I was a new manager coming, they approached me and said, "Look, can you be the new manager?" I'd say, "Hang on, after that international break, you got Newcastle, Arsenal. Fuck that. I'll turn up after them two. Get them out of the way, then I'll turn up. I'm not getting flogged by them two fuckers. No. So, yeah." It's not for any manager now. Come in, your next 2 games are Newcastle, Arsenal. Fucking hell! Yeah. With this bunch of shit, they can't play.
Yeah. Right. Well, we're approaching an hour, gents. So what we can do is we can have a little. What's the word I'm looking for? A little punt on today's scores. So predictions. What about you?
Go on, Jeff. Yeah, you've got it worked out, son. You tell us.
I'm going to go for a 1-0 win. I'm scared about the clean sheet, to be honest with you. So it's probably as likely to be 1-1. But I'd like to think we'll beat these. I don't think there's going to be a lot of goals, so I'll stick to the 1-0 Souček scrappy goal.
Okay. Cieran?
Yes, basically what I'm looking at. I think it's either we win 2-1 or 1-0. But I think it's going to be a fucking deadly boring game, and we might sneak it 1-0. But I still think we will win it. But there's every chance of it being a draw, scruffy game.
Yeah.
Nothing too exciting. Nothing that's going to. I don't believe there's anything be in this game that convinces me this guy could turn it around. If he does something amazing and the team does something amazing, well, maybe I'll think again. But I think it's past that for me then.
After last week, that was really bad last week.
Yeah, it was, and it was.
I think Man United was just as bad. We just got lucky.
No, we got lucky, but last week, off the back of
last week was the ultimate.
The Tottenham game was just as bad, though. You know what I mean? We've been fucking terrible all season. So, you know.
Yeah, we got what we deserved there, as we did against Chelsea. Yeah.
But Spurs did the same to Villa that they did to us just the other week too. So we weren't good there. Yeah, we got our pants pulled down, but they're a very capable team on their day, Spurs, right?
Absolutely,
shit, right?
Yeah. Happy saying if we leave Lobby in charge, then we have fucked off the season. Almost anyone is better than this chump. Noble stepping up probably won't be a huge success, but it will put some passion back into it. I agree.
Some stability. Just maybe a bit of stability, a bit of passion. That's all I'm looking for.
Yeah, a bit of West Ham pride.
Massive positive influence in the dressing room, I think.
Yeah.
He knows what West Ham's about. The players have all got we spoke about this on Tuesday as well, but you know, the players all look to him, they all respect him. So just on that alone, he probably gets something out of them.
All right. I don't, Colin, really, what? It's a personal thing for you guys. Fair enough. Right?
Yeah.
That's all. I wouldn't blame you guys.
He told his boy to do one when he asked him.
Oh, right. Well, I'd be the same as you, mate. I wouldn't fucking have a bar of him either if that was the case. Fair enough.
Happy says so. Tatty, Hottie, Hammer of the Year.
So far,
between him and Wan-Bissaka, isn't it?
Yeah. Fabianski out last week could have been 6-0. Well, I'll tell you what. I went back to watch the highlights, Gazer, of that game. That save he done at the end, that was top corner, and he fingertipped it over the bar. That was some save, man. What a fucking save that was.
Apparently, Conceição is supposedly on the list of 4 Premier League clubs, including us.
I like the look of that guy.
I don't even know.
I think he's a really interesting prospect. He's got a really good record in Portugal. His record in the domestic cups there is absolutely superb, and I think that's the kind of manager we want, that actually wants to win a cup. But he turned down Marseille in the summer because they weren't in the Champions League.
That's not a good sign.
So even if he's looking for a job now, he's probably looking for a team that's got European football of some.
Yeah, bigger club. Yeah, okay. What club's he at, Jeff?
Porto, he was at.
Oh, he's at Porto. Okay.
Yeah,
mate, I think we missed the boat last year. We had a whole year to fucking, pick and choose one of these fuckers. And we come up with the geezer out of work. Oh, Loopy Lou. And then, my God, he is Loopy Lou.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Got sacked was it yesterday, the day before, Mark Robbins. Now, what a job he's done at Coventry on a low budget. They played decent football.
Yeah.
Should have been in the cup final last year, right? Robbed.
And he got sacked.
That's right. Oh, yeah. That's right, Keith. Was that Tottenham, the semis?
No, it was.
And they scored the winner, and it was like half an inch offside.
Toenail, wasn't it?
Toenail. Who was that against?
Against Man United.
Man United. Oh, unbelievable, man. Oh, no, they were so close. So close, man. It's fucking heartbreaking, yeah. Get him in. Jeff, get him in, sir. Make a call, geezer. Make a call.
He's out of work. There's a cheap option, right? No Premier League experience.
Suit you, Sullivan. Suit you, sir.
Constantio is supposedly on Everton's list, sorry.
He might be
Is
on the
he?
list, but I don't think he's going there.
Yeah.
Mind you, Ancelotti went there, right? So who knows?
Yeah, he did. Let's hope he
No,
come
well,
here.
like I say, with their new takeover, that big group, they've got lots of money, they've got a new stadium. They could coerce someone like that, offer a load of money to come, but they've still got to abide by these stupid rules that you can't spend anything. So, even if they have got a lot of money.
Imagine that.
Huh?
Imagine Ancelotti coming here.
Well, he could come and watch a game. That's about it. That's all you're going to get, man.
And apparently, sorry, wrong one. He's actually out of work.
Yeah, he is out of work. Yeah, that's why he turned down the Marseille job in the summer. He's out of work just now.
Yeah. Lop your Southgate says happy.
Fucking neither.
Oh God.
Which one to jump off the bridge first? I'd say.
No. Southgate, that would be me, son, for the rest of the season. I wouldn't bother watching them.
Paul
I don't think.
Paul.
Good Paul.
I don't think Southgate's a genuine contender, really, though, is he?
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
Hang on,
Only mental cases would sign him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's mental, isn't he, Sullivan? You never know.
Yeah, he is mental. I don't know. Who knows what goes on in his head?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
The scary point is, who do we get, right?
Yeah, that's
the
scary
list.
part.
Because we talk about, do you fancy Thomas Frank? Or what about Iraola? Or what about Marco Silva? And you go, oh yeah, you wouldn't mind any of them, right? But it's pie in the sky if we think that Sullivan's dipping in his pocket to pay out to get one of them released from their club.
Exactly. No, it is pie in the sky, Jeff. It's as simple as that, mate. We had so long to work this out, knowing Moyes had to go out the door, and we could not fucking work it out and come up with this donut. And like us all, and I know we all were the same, when he took over, we went, all right, I didn't want him, but let's give him a go. And like I said, I'll give him 10 games. I lasted 8.5. That first half against Man United, which is 8.5 games in, basically 9. But I went, that's enough. And then he backed it up with the Forest performance, and I went, oh my God. We have fucked up here.
Yeah, go on,
There's
Jeff.
a bit of unrest at Newcastle, right? Rumours about would Mourinho go there, etc., etc. Eddie Howe's got a little bit of niggle going on with the board.
Yeah, I'd take him straight away.
Would you keep Lopetegui for another 6 weeks or whatever it is?
Yeah.
If Eddie Howe was going to get pushed out the door and you could get him in.
No, bite his hand off the cum. Bite his hand off the covers. Look, the trouble is the bar is so low at the moment, Jeff. You know what I mean? Jeff, I'm happy to take any fucker to get Lopetegui out. I never was like that with Moyes. I wanted Moyes out, right, for a long time. But I weren't that glow that I'll take any fucker, right? It weren't that. Right, I still think, no, we've got to be sensible. I ain't going to take anyone just to get rid of him, even though the football we're playing is killing me. Yeah. But no, we need to think. But this geezer, that any fuck for the rest of this season, anyone barring. I just know the writing's on the wall. I know it's happening. Please.
I think Eddie Howe would be
But Eddie Howe thinks would be good.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good
absolutely.
I think his style.
I think it would be a good thing.
I think we'd just connect with him. I think we'd support what he was trying to do, how he plays, what his outlook is.
Yeah.
I think
it'd be fine for us, Peter.
I don't know if you go on and take us to great success and on to the next level and all the rest of it, but I think he would be a good West Ham manager, someone we kind of need just to bring everyone together a little bit.
But it's very... I think so, Jeff. And I think it's very relative, this success. Next level, right? It's relative, right? Let's put it this way. I wanted Ten Hag before he went to Man United. I wanted him at West Ham. Just before Moyes, before Postecoglou. I wanted Postecoglou, and I knew I couldn't get Ten Hag, right? So Ten Hag, I think at Ajax was amazing. Their football was amazing. They were a brilliant team, and I thought, well, must be him. But Man United nicked him. It's his third year at Man U. They're fucking shit. Man United, but having said that, he won the League Cup, he won an FA Cup.
Yeah.
If we'd had him at West Ham and done that, we'd be building a fucking statue, man.
Yeah.
They sacked him. Because it's not enough for Man United. That's their expectation. They need to be challenging for the top 4 and the title.
Yeah.
And they're nowhere near it. And I mean fucking nowhere near it. But he did stick 2 trophies on the board. I think if he'd been at Tottenham and done that, they would love him.
So
if he'd been with us, they'd love him.
What kind of
he's won more than us?
So we should be at then, Cieran? Are you saying that we should be challenging for domestic cups and regularly finishing top 10, for example?
Yeah, I'll be honest. If we could challenge for every cup every year, I wouldn't give a fuck when we finish in the league. Don't care. I don't care about league positions, mate. Don't give a shit. As long as we're not getting relegated, I don't care. But if I thought we could stick a League Cup on it, next year we win the FA, fucking happy days. Bollocks to the league. We're never winning the league. We're not good enough to be in the top 4 in Champions League. Pointless. Absolutely pointless. So I don't care about the league. I care about them cups.
If you said you'll finish somewhere between 8th and 14th every year.
Yeah. Every year.
But you'll win the odd cup and have a good cup run every year. I'll take that.
I'll take that. That's me, Jeff.
Win a cup, we'll be in Europe anyway. Yeah, so get our European football.
I mean, if we were regularly hitting FA Cup or League Cup, let's call it that, quarterfinals, semi-finals or final, regularly, any of those, quarter, semis and final, if we were hitting them regularly and finishing top 10 regularly every season, for me, that's success for West Ham. Or relative.
Absolutely. It's massive. So that's what I'm saying. It's relative to what your success is. Can you imagine us? Man United got to the FA Cup final last season, right, against Man City. Man United was shit all season. Shit. The odds were Man City should beat them 4 or 5 fucking nil, and Man United turned them over. Can you imagine it? No, if we put ourselves in that position and we got to that final and we turned over Man City in an FA Cup final, it'd be like going back to 1980. When we done Arsenal, massive underdogs and done them. It'd be that feeling. Oh my God, how good is that? But it's not enough for Man United, but it is enough for us. It'd be enough for Newcastle, or it might be enough for Villa and, Spurs. Man United, have got this legacy and they're the biggest club in the world and they've got all this money. He spent 600 million. It's not enough for them.
Spurs
I'll love it.
End up in an FA Cup or a League Cup or any cup, Cup.
Any cup. Well, what I've always said about Ange Postecoglou, mate, people are going to love him and hate him because he won't change what he does, right? Because I've watched his career ever since he was here in Australia. And believe you me, he will put a trophy on board for Tottenham at some stage, and it could be this year. There you go.
Maybe. Colin says it would be interesting to see today if any of the candidates might be sitting in the stands ready to take over from Lukey Lobby.
I hope, Colin, there's about 5 or 6 of them all sitting there. To get one picture of that 5 and go, yeah, come on, son. Get rid of this prick.
So you can't comment.
Bringing them in by minibus, Cieran.
I want to see Noble up in the stands going shouting for Everton to score. So.
It's at home, isn't it? Yeah, it's at home.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see who's in the stands, actually, to be fair.
Don't think there'd be anyone.
I don't think anyone's coming near that, mate.
Nah, maybe not. Right, okay then, gents. Well, look, we'll call it a day here. Jeff, do you want to give your channel a shout out and let people know when and where they can find you?
Yeah, lovely. Thanks, Budgie. Yeah, I've got the Boleyn Lounge on the YouTube channel. We do our Tuesday talk show 8 o'clock every week. Budgie usually joins us, and I have a co-presenter, Mick, and we just chat about the game and what's in the news for the weekend. Kind of guided by the chat, really. Whatever they want to talk about, we kind of go off on tangents, and yeah, usually about an hour or so. So if you've got an hour spare on a Tuesday evening, pop in and see us at the Boleyn Lounge.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Stephen. Thank you for joining us. Unfortunately, we are about to wrap up. People. Sorry for the late reply. Never knew you was on. Hope you're all well. Very sad news, Stevie Bacon.
Stevie Bacon's he gone, us, Stephen? Did he go today, did he? Fucking hell, man.
I haven't heard.
Do you know who he is? Do you know who he is, Budge?
I kind of know the name.
No, he's the big fat geezer. He used to be the reporter, photographer, doing recorder.
Yeah.
He used to sit, next to the goal back then when he had all the photographers to the side of the goal at the North Bank and the South Bank. He sit there, big fucker he was, and he took all the photos for Newham Recorder. And mate, my God, I was amazed he's still alive, man. I remember him when I used to go there at 8, 9 years of age. That big fucker sitting next to the. He done some great photos. I had photos for, I think, the program as well, wasn't it? Yeah. Done all the program photos too. Fucking some great photos he took, man. I loved it. You'd love to see his catalogue of them photos he had back in the day.
Sure, wouldn't you, Joe?
No, that's the sad. That's sad, man. Yeah. Amazed he's still alive. Fuck me, he must be old.
Yeah.
Well, he
must be old.
Bad news that he passed, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's like even Happy says, look, broken hearted.
Yeah, it's a shame. Man. God, he must have been in his 80s at least.
Sadly passed away. Wow. He's a member of Steve's nostalgia page.
Oh, right, Steve.
Well, the family won't be aware, but condolences for what it's worth.
Yeah, our condolences to the family. Shame, real shame.
Well, Stephen, did he ever release a book of them sort of photos that he had back in the day? Because I mean, he was in the glory days, really.
I would imagine.
Probably more Jeff Peters and then Brooks and Devonshire's. And there'd be some
in the family might do that now.
Some catalogue of photos he'd have, mate. It'd be amazing. From Harry Redknapp days, and Mervyn Day and all that. He'd have them all.
Didn't he take that iconic photograph of Trevor Brookins scoring the goal in that 1980 final? And it shows the ball hitting the back of his head.
Don't know. I don't know, guys. I mean, he's always
one of these. I'm pretty sure that's one of these. But anyway, that's an iconic photo in itself. Right, well, gentlemen, thank you both for joining us. And as people know, you can find myself and Cieran every Wednesday night on West Ham Network doing the old school Hammers nonsense. And on Tuesdays on the Boleyn Lounge with Jeff. And Cieran, you.
Yeah, no, I've got. What about my channel?
Sorry, the Cross Hunter.
It's called Big Bollocks Bravado. I haven't started it yet, but when I do, that's what it's going to be called.
I'm going to create a fucking intro video for you for that. Just play it next time. Have a laugh. But anyway, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me on this Saturday morning. Nice early start, 9 o'clock a.m. Really appreciate it. Now we can get the rest of our day out of the way. I hope the team does something.
Yeah, boy. Let's hope we have a result.
Just a result.
I would also like to just ask everybody, where is it? There we go. I'm going to put that across the screen there. Anybody that could donate or even just share the link, it'll be running across the screen. I will put the link In fact, I'll put it out on Facebook and stuff later. We're trying to get a memorial on Champions Way, for young Isla Caton. I think her family deserves something like that.
Oh, excuse me.
So several books, mate. I have them all.
All right, Stephen. Yeah, there you go. Big fucking that's something I'll be really interested in. But in Australia, I wouldn't even know he released one. But there must be a good watch. Some of the photos, man.
Yeah. What I'll do, Steve, is I'll private message you on Facebook, and if you can give me a list of the books, mate, then I can pass it on to Cieran. He don't do Facebook.
Yeah, there'll be some memories in them photos. I'll tell you that now, mate.
Yeah,
there's some because a lot of them photos I was at games where he took them, which would bring back a lot of good memories for me. You know.
Yeah,
really would be.
Colin, thank you so much for your kind words, mate. Thank you. Take care of yourself.
Cheers.
Have a lovely weekend.
Good, bro.
Enjoy the game, everyone.
Have fun. Let's hope we have a performance. That'd be nice. Yeah. Just a performance that we can watch and go, yep, enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Been a while.
And until next time we see you on Green Street Elite, take care, everybody. Thank you for joining. And don't forget, smash up the like button. Take care, everyone. See you soon.
Cheers, guys. Thanks.
Bye, guys.
Massive. Massive.